Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to give you guys my top 5 tips on helping retain length with your natural hair and also caring for colored natural hair, because I get a lot of questions about that. Let's just jump right into the video. So my first tip is to wash your hair less often. You do not need to be washing your natural hair every day, not even every other day. To me, even every 3 or 4 days is too often. Me personally, I used to wash my hair once a week, but now I wash it pretty much once every 2 weeks, and I'm just trying to stick with that. It's a little hard because I do have really dry scalp, but if you do have really dry scalp, you just need to make sure you're using oils and just try to help find products to maintain your dry scalp. Apple cider vinegar is really well if you have super dry scalp and are trying to extend your wash days, but too much manipulation is not going to help your hair grow. That includes, like, when you wash your hair, you have to style it, so you do not need to be just manipulating, styling every single day, combing out your strands of hair that often. That's not necessary. Also, you do not want to dry your hair out. Natural hair is naturally a bit on the drier side, so washing it every day is something that we do not need to do. Also, things like, of course, protective styling is really good as well to help you extend your wash days. I like to do 2 big twists sometimes on my head to extend my wash days and just kind of keep those up for a couple of weeks. So my next tip is to keep your hair moisturized. I cannot emphasize this enough. Your hair isn't going to do anything but break off if you are not moisturizing it. First, with water, you don't need to just be putting product on like super dry hair. Water helps lock in the moisture. So whatever you're putting on your hair, you need to just kind of dampen it with water first. And then, like, for instance, when you're styling, do not just style dry hair. Make sure your hair is damp to help lock in the moisture from the products. For myself, I like to use natural oils, you guys. I actually buy my oils from Vitamin Shop. And so I will buy like tea tree oils, jojoba oils, lavender sometimes, peppermint oil. I can list some more oils down in the description bar that I love to purchase and use, but those are just a few of my faves. Tea tree oil, I'm not sure if I just said that, but yeah, tea tree is really good for the scalp. But you don't have to necessarily purchase all your oils individually. Obviously, there are a lot of brands that sell hair care oils out there, so just read the ingredients, make sure it contains, you know, some good oils that you're looking for. Avoiding dry hair at all costs is what you need to be doing. Also, after I style my hair, I sometimes just, or not sometimes, I do this, I add leave-in throughout the week if I need to, if it's feeling a little dry. Sometimes I'll use like a spray leave-in if I don't want it to be as heavy, and sometimes I may use like a cream based leave-in. And of course, spray my hair first, especially when I'm making my high puffs after my hair gets old. Make sure you are keeping your hair moisturized. The next tip that I have for y'all is make sure you are getting your ends trimmed routinely or doing it yourself. If you're not good at like cutting hair or really know what you're doing, I would recommend you go to a professional stylist to get your ends trimmed. And this is something that I myself don't keep up with, but I need to. But I do try to cut my ends myself at the house, y'all. So, but you do need to be getting your ends trimmed at least every 3 months. Your ends do split, especially as you manipulate it and are styling and just going about life. Your hair is exposed to the elements, things like that. So when you have split ends, that's not going to help you retain any length. So, and then if you just let the split ends keep going for too long, when you do go get a trim, you're going to have to get way too much trimmed off, and you're just never going to see any progress as far as growth. So just make sure, again, you are really keeping up with the trimming. And then if you do try to cut your own hair at home, again, which I don't recommend, but make sure you're not using like kitchen scissors or like any kind of craft scissors. You need to be using shears that are created specifically for hair. I have a pair and I purchased mine from Sally's. The next tip that I have is more in reference to color. So I recommend that you get your color done professionally, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you're not a stylist, a trained licensed stylist, I would not recommend you put bleach or whatever it is, lightener, to try to color your own hair at home, unless you're doing like a dark rinse or something, just some kind of rinse. Maybe that could be okay. I don't know. I'm not even familiar with those, y'all. I just always go to the shop, to someone professional who is licensed, who has been to hair school, that is not gonna burn my hair off or make it fall out, because if I try to put my own color in, it just probably would not be cute. Sometimes, you know, you may have to save, because of course it's not cheap going to the shop, especially getting color done professionally is not cheap. But believe me, y'all, it'll be worth actually saving for versus just trying to do your own highlights and follow somebody's YouTube tutorial when you truly don't know what you're doing. You need to go to somebody that really understands hair, your hair type. A couple of tips about finding a good stylist. For me, I normally check Instagram, and I just kind of like to make sure they have a lot of examples of their work. I also like to go to stylists who have natural hair. I do look at that as well. I'm not saying if they don't have natural hair, they don't know what they're doing, but I just kind of like to go to stylists with natural hair who curls are intact, because I trust that my curls will still be intact if they color my hair. So anyway, so definitely check Instagram, use hashtags. For instance, I'm in Atlanta, so I'll just hashtag like ATL stylist or like ATL silk press and see what comes up, and make sure again they have a lot of examples of works. And also book consultations with these stylists if you need to. A lot of them have that available before you even sit down in their chair and let them start to color your hair. So my last tip is to have patience, you guys. Growing your hair and this natural hair journey overall is a actual journey. Do not compare your hair with social media. It can be so much comparison. Don't compare curl types, you know, just really focus on yourself. Do everything you can to keep your hair healthy. You really just want to focus on your hair being healthy first, and then from there you will see length, you will see growth. It's going to take a lot of trial and error, so you don't necessarily have to become a product junkie, but you may have to try some different lines and some different products and just see what you really like, what really works well for you, what doesn't. Also, again, if you need to find a really good natural hairstylist, y'all, and go to a specialist, someone that again has been to hair school, that understands like the science of hair. Find a good one in your city, and if y'all have questions about that, let me know. I can try to help you guys. So those are my top 5 tips. So if anybody has any additional questions in regards to natural hair, definitely let me know, or my own hair growth journey. I'm going to insert some pictures in this video. I used to wear my hair, you guys, completely straight, like flat iron to the bone, straight forever, and then started wearing it natural in 2016. So, and that was my first time really seeing like what kind of styles and things, you know, just really learning more about natural hair. Again, if y'all have any questions about anything, let me know. I would be happy to help. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.